Hello everybody and welcome to Lush and Salty Aquariums. My name is Stefan. Thanks for coming to the channel. Oh, I'm so pumped. I'm at the Chicago Music School where my daughter lessons on guitar, and I was commissioned to set up or reboot this 55-gallon tank that had gone into disrepair and ill repute. And this is the third video in that installment, so you can go back and look at what I discovered and where it is now. And I'm very pleased. About 3 weeks in, maybe, I'm not counting all the days, but the plants I put in are doing great. I don't have an algae bloom. I put in a variety of plants, from this Lemonphilia sessiflora, Pogostemon octopus. These are red veils, leopard veils from my own aquarium. Pogostemon octopus is from my own aquarium. Some of this is from my own aquarium. The smaller tops, which are shooting up in that fabulous way that they do. I call this the Dr. Seuss plant because it looks like one of his cartoon plants. What a beautiful, fast-growing, colorful, just gorgeous. And you know, back to the tank in general, it's like, knock on wood, doing way better than I expected. The hardscape looks great. Here is a little bit of Rotala H-Raw that I put in here. I thought for sure that would just wilt and die and certainly lose its red color. And you know, it still might. I only put that in a few days ago. But like, so far so good. You know, maybe and the fish. I just went to the swap, the Greenwater Aquarium Society swap in Tinley Park, and I picked up from various breeders some platies and swordtails, which are now in here. You see one eating there, a male. And this is the glowfish that I inherited. It was in the tank, even though the tank was basically just running with nothing in it. No heating, no lights, and he survived. So he will be the mascot for the tank, right? I don't condone nor like glowfish in general, but he was in here and deserves to live his best life. So he will be the garish mascot for the aquarium. And honestly, these platies and swordtails can be a bit gaudy too. I mean, they're all different kinds, and I'm gonna add more as soon as I'm comfortable that the bioload hasn't effed up this system, because it's doing so good right now. Teachers and students were complimenting me in and out. Here, maybe you can hear the guitar and the piano in the background. I hope they can't hear me. So if I abruptly stop recording, it's because someone walked in, and you know, it's just embarrassing kind of for me to be talking and filming with strangers. But I certainly have nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, obviously this kit looks like hell down there, and maybe the guy who teaches my daughter, who's a bit of a carpenter, will sort that out. But I'm here for the tank and not the cabinet, although I rebooted this Eheim filter down there, and I added a sponge filter because honestly that's not enough for this 55-gallon system. And I sort of think it's a 65-gallon. I didn't do the measuring and the math, or I did, but I didn't write down anything, and it just looks bigger than 55, but be that as it may, that filter's too small. So I added a big sponge to both aerate the water and add some supplemental filtering. I guess the good thing was a lot of this substrate was already here for decades, and you know, while I added about 20 pounds of new clean washed, I also kept the old substrate for its beneficial bacteria, as well as the original basic water. I didn't drain all of it because the parameters were excellent. Honestly, when I found this tank, it was running with just the filter and nothing else, and the filter hadn't been cleaned in ages, but there was only this one fish, and that's it, that glowfish. And I gotta be honest, the water parameters were better than most of my tanks at home. So go figure. But that base, I just love this view here. Guys, Vallisneria, Pogostemon octopus, and the sessiflora, I mean, you can't go wrong, right? And lava rock adds more beneficial bacteria potential because of its porous nature. a nice piece of signature bogwood, and you're kind of good to go, right? So now the platies are already starting to find their fellow friends. I'm hoping we don't get any ick or there isn't a parasite in one of these. I pretty much trust I do trust the breeders at the swap way more than I would trust just about any fish store, except for the good ones where I have a relationship with them. And some of these plants originated at One Ocean Design Aquarium on the northwest side of Chicago, well, more the west side. Tony's just an awesome fish keeper, and he sort of helped me out, gave me a few deals on some things because my budget was super low for this tank. And it was honestly, it's a labor of love. So less about me. I put in a whole bunch of my water lettuce and frog bit from my aquariums, from my display tank, assuming it would do the same thing as it does in mine, which is shoot those long roots down and grow pretty quickly to help me, again, filter this water and dilute the light. And someone's coming in, so I'm going to pull back and shut this thing down. All right, everybody, always keep your hands in the tank. Ciao for now.